By 1985, Group B had stopped resembling a rulebook and started resembling a dare. Every major manufacturer competing in the category understood the same uncomfortable truth: whatever advantage you had this season, a rival would answer it next season with something more extreme. What followed was less a competition between racecars and more an escalating arms race between engineering departments, each one pushing further than caution alone would ever have allowed. Lancia's answer arrived in the form of the Delta S4, a car that abandoned half measures entirely. Rather than choosing between turbocharging and supercharging, Lancia's engineers used both simultaneously, a supercharger handling low-end response while a turbocharger took over at higher revs, virtually eliminating the lag that had limited turbo-only engines. Paired with all-wheel drive and a claimed weight of just 890 kilograms, the Delta S4 produced somewhere between 450 and 500 horsepower in race trim, an almost unbelievable power-to-weight ratio for a rally car navigating narrow, unpredictable dirt roads rather than a smooth racetrack. Ford, a manufacturer with a long and storied rally history but no existing all-wheel drive platform to adapt, took perhaps the most radical approach of all. Rather than modifying an existing road car, Ford built the RS200 essentially from a blank sheet, a purpose-built, mid-engined, all-wheel drive homologation special with almost nothing borrowed from any Ford production car at all. It was, in nearly every meaningful sense, closer to a pure race car wearing license plates than a road car adapted for racing. Even manufacturers without Ford's resources found ways into the arms race. Austin Rover's MG Metro 6 or 4 took Britain's popular, humble front-wheel drive city car and transformed it almost beyond recognition, fitting a bespoke 3-liter V6 engine, again paired with all-wheel drive, into a car that shared essentially nothing mechanically with the Metro shoppers were actually buying at dealerships. By this point in the arms race, top-tier Group B cars were producing outputs that stretched credibility for cars this light. Audi's own Sport Quattro S1, the most extreme evolution of its original 1980 concept, was now putting out figures north of 500 horsepower, with some estimates placing later evolution engines beyond 600, wrapped in aggressive aerodynamic bodywork, massive wings, and vents that looked more suited to a jet aircraft than a road-derived rally car. Top speeds on rally stages were now approaching 160 miles per hour, with these cars capable of reaching 60 miles per hour in a little over 2 seconds, figures that, at the time, few road-going supercars could even claim. The human cost of chasing those numbers was becoming increasingly apparent, even if it hadn't yet forced anyone to stop. Drivers were reporting genuine physical strain from the sustained G-forces these cars now generated, with some being treated for spinal compression after events. The engineering had, in the span of just a few short years, outpaced not just the sport's own rules, but arguably the physical limits of the human beings piloting these machines, and the roads, and the crowds lining them, that these cars were now racing through.